on the last episode of the Scootening.
I'd love to know how to tail whip a scooter. My friend Dan is willing to trade me his scooter for those two boys to go pick up my boy Joel, see this scooter. Hopefully today's the day I learn to tail whip. I hadn't felt nerves like these since the year of 2008 when I was back in grade 4. Let me set the scene. You reluctantly give your dad a kiss on the cheek, hop out of the car and begin your walk to school. But today isn't an ordinary learning day in the school calendar. Today is something much more than the usual textbooks and learning. It's the School Athletics Carnival, the one day in the year where the school PE teacher has all of the power, and boy does she make it known, already blowing her whistle before you'd even left for the aths track. Everyone at school is tense knowing how big of an event the day was. Everyone except for James Smith. Every school had a James Smith. He looked and acted like he was straight out of a Weet-Bix commercial. The girls loved him because he could run so fast, and all the boys wanted to be friends with him also because he could run so fast. Why was that the measure of appeal in primary school? James would rock up bang on 9 AM, riding his Razor Pro scooter into the quadrangle. Along the way, he'd stomp out a couple of bunny hops, which immediately grabbed everyone's attention. And then, as he pulled up into the spot where we all hung out before roll call, he nonchalantly pulls out the coup de grace of scooter tricks. A flawless tail whip. Immediately, whatever chat about the brand new Bakugan episode that played on Toasted TV that morning was hushed. All eyes were on James Smith. I wanted to be James Smith so badly, and I knew that my ticket to fame was to nail a tail whip in front of everyone, just like James did. But I was just too chicken to do it. That all changes today. I needed some moral support for the most intense journey of my life, so I went and picked up the best moral support I knew. Oh, don't mind Mario and Luigi.
It's doing, King.
Ready to scoot?
Is that sex wax? Oh, you did get it, didn't you? It smells that good. If I were a girl, I would come in this car. I would enter this car, not it. You get, yeah, that's Scoot.
With Joel by my side, I was ready to discuss the intense journey that lie ahead. Spaghetti is the poor man's pasta. We're talking about the thin noodles, right? So noodles are great in a noodle dish, but we're having pasta. So there really is no excuse to have spaghetti. Now here are the things that you can eat as a pasta and be satisfied. Fettuccine, rigatoni, penne. Glad we had this chat. Onwards we travelled for what seemed like days until we finally arrived to the destination of the man who was willing to trade a scooter for little Mario and big Luigi.
We got him.
We're on. Tensions were at an all-time high as we pulled up to the destination. We knew what was at stake. Alright, remember, business is in 2 parts confidence and 1 part the product you're delivering.
Yes, show us the product again. You reckon it's good condition, no scratches, no bits of paint or anything? Oh.
With our business strategy firmly in place, it was finally time for us to get down to business. As soon as I locked eyes with the scooter, I knew it was love. This is a nice scooter. Look at that. It's got nice rims.
Pretty good.
Okay. These are yours.
Wow.
These are all yours.
Gee.
I know. I know.
Believe it.
That's crazy.
Dan couldn't contain his enthusiasm and he was willing to trade the scooter for Lil Mario and Big Luigi. But I needed to prove to Dan that the scooter was going to a good home. I needed to tail whip then and there. And lucky for me, Dan was willing to teach me.
Jump and flick it and catch it before it hits the ground.
Jesus, that's so impressive. Wow. Okay. You just did it. It's 1 take.
Give it a go.
The nerves hit me like a ton of bricks, but there was no backing out now.
Work from there.
Alright. Failure. I was about to call it a day and run back to my car. But then Dan spoke to me like the wise Mr. Miyagi he is. He told me to get back on the scooter. So got back on I did.
You got this, Mikey.
So much. To say this was the hardest thing I'd ever done is an understatement, but there was no stopping me now. I wasn't just tail whipping for young Mikey anymore. I was tail whipping for the world. And everyone who wanted to tail whip in front of their peers but couldn't. What? Yeah, no, I feel it. As I rolled into my last tail whip, I knew this had to be it. With my greatest dream achieved, I realized there was only one thing left to do. Let's take this to the streets.
Mikey D.
You said to no one!